Hey everybody, welcome to the day trade watch list for Wednesday, October 26th. Thank you guys for tuning in to the video today. If you're new to the channel, welcome to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe down below and then hit that bell. That bell is the important part. That sends out the notifications directly to you, letting you know that I've sent out this video as I do every single day for free for you guys. If you want the top fives out of this play, you can find them in the Discord in the Griswold Gold membership. So that link to the Discord is down in the description below, and everything that I offer you guys for free or fee-based can be found in that Discord. A lot of it can be found down below in the description, and a lot of it can be found in the pinned tweet on my Twitter account at Mr. Clark Griswold. But go down, join the Discord, Griswold Trading Discord. Most of the rooms are free. There is a portion reserved for the Griswold Gold members. Now, that's a monthly fee. It's a $50 per month fee, and you get a bunch of really good stuff with it. You get the Griswold Strat indicator, which we'll talk about a little bit in here for TradingView. You get top fives every day. You get ad-free YouTube videos, watch lists. You get a 1-hour Strat course that I've created. There is a live trading bot for SPY and another live trading bot for other tickers like QQQ, Disney, CCL, and there's a bunch of other ones in there as well. So those send out the setups for you guys live in real time, so you don't have to go searching for them throughout the day. There's one-on-ones with myself as part of that membership, and a bunch of other really, really great stuff. So you can check that out in the Discord. Like I said before, I am on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, and then a couple other things just before we jump into this list. Number one, the screen that you see in front of you is TradingView. So now I use TradingView to chart every single one of my plays. If you're looking for something like this, or you've never used TradingView before, you can go down in the description below, find TradingView, click that link. That link will give you a free 30-day trial to their subscription-based services. So you can try it out for free, no obligations for 30 days. And then if you decide to use one of their subscriptions, I think there is a free version, but if you decide to use one of their subscription-based services, you will get up to $30 off of that subscription, depending on which one you choose. So go check that out now. Make sure you're clicking on that link in the description below and get your free 30-day trial. And the last thing I want to go over really, really quick, guys, are the ads. And I know the ads suck and nobody likes watching them, but those ads pay for this content to be free for you guys. So I'm asking you and I'm thanking you in advance for letting those ads roll through, letting those advertisers pay for your guys' education. And I don't want to charge for this. I don't want to put it into the premium Discord. I want you guys to have this information for free. But in order to do that, I need you guys to let those ads roll through and let the advertisers pay to keep this stuff free for you guys, okay? So let's get through this list. I would say I am less than confident in this list. There weren't a ton of really great setups going into Wednesday. So Tuesday was a great day. We had a ton of really, really good trades. And if you maybe I'll post it. I think I did post it already. The top 5, you go check out my Twitter. The top 5 that I sent out to the Griswold group, the premium members last night included Tesla. I think it included Pfizer, which we'll go through. I can't remember the other ones. Lucid, I think, was another one. Go check out my tweet on Twitter because I gave 5 really excellent plays, and a lot of guys banked really hard. I had one guy in the Discord did 100% on Lucid. He did 200 and some odd percent on one of the other ones. So guys did really, really well today with that top 5 setup. So if you're looking for those top 5s again, just join the premium membership. And I'm telling you, he had 2 trades, and then Thursday and Friday of last week, he had 2 more trades that were plus 100%. He is more than paid for his membership far and away. For months on end with those 4 trades that he took. So go check out Twitter and go check out that Discord as well. Okay, guys, this list, we're going to start with Morgan Stanley, ticker symbol MS, has an inside bar. So if you're new to this channel, guys, listen, this is the easiest strategy you guys are ever going to find. I've had multiple people tell me that. They spent so much time on trying to learn all these different trading patterns, cup and handles and bear flags and bull flags and RSI and tape and Oh, and I'm not saying that there's more than one way to skin a cat. So I'm not saying that stuff doesn't work, but this by far is the easiest way to trade by far, because you're just looking at the candlesticks and doing what the candlesticks tell you to do. And the candlesticks tell you when to get out in, and they tell you when to get out. And that's what we teach on this channel. This is what we're going to teach in this video. And if you look at the end of, wait till the end of this video, in the bottom right hand corner, I've created a learning tool playlist for you guys. And there's even a beginner's playlist as well that I've created if you're brand new to the strat. So you can go check out that as well. But the candlesticks realistically tell you everything you need to know in trading. And when you simplify trading, trading becomes simplified. And there's no easier way to put it than that. And we're going to go through that with you right now. So this inside bar, you notice it's yellow. It's not green or red, it's yellow. So it's colored that way because of the Griswold Strat indicator, which comes with the membership, or you can purchase it separately. The link for that is down below, or you can find it in the Discord. But the Griswold Strat indicator paints these inside bars yellow for you guys, so they're super easy to see. And I love inside bars. I love playing inside bars. So when you see this yellow bar, if you have that Strat indicator and you see that inside bar or a 1 bar, you notice the numbers down there, that's also part of the indicator. I want you guys to think of a spring becoming tightened and loaded and being compacted, almost like a jack-in-the-box. And when that thing explodes, when it lets go and releases, you're expecting that thing to run to one side or the other. Now this one gapped up, but you can see it had a really, really nice run. And if we go back in time to find the previous inside bars, and all we have to do is look for that yellow color, and we'll see if there's any up here. Here's one, went outside bar, but it opened and it ran all the way up to here and hit targets. Okay, and we'll run, if you don't know about the targets, we're going to run through those right away. Here's another inside bar. This wasn't the greatest setup, and the reason I go back and show you guys this stuff is because every trade is based off of probability. There's no trade that's 100% correct every single time. It's all off of probability, and the probability might be higher for a certain setup than others, but there is still probability. And when we have probabilities, we have risk, and our job as a trader is to manage risk. And when we do that correctly, we become a successful trader. Here's an inside bar here. You can see we broke above it off of this candle here. We triggered and hit target 1, 2, and 3. So this was a perfect trade off of MS, off of that inside bar. So again, we're going to look for that same thing to happen on Wednesday, and we're going to look for calls at $80.67 or puts at $78.61. Now we mark our targets out at the top of the preceding wick, so here and here. And as we go higher, we just mark them out here and here. Now we're likely, very likely, not going to hit those at all tomorrow, but that's how you mark out your targets. And then puts, it's the same way, but we use the bottom of the wick. So here's our trigger, and here's our first target. Not great magnitude. I like to see a little bit more meat on the bones, a little bit more space in between the trigger and the target, because a lot of times what happens is we'll hit these targets and we'll reverse. And that's why I say be prepared to take your profit at targets or when the candles stop you out, okay? So here's the second target down to the bottom side at $76.22. But you notice the time frame continuity. This is also part of the Strat indicator that I've created for you guys. It's an all-in-one stop shop for all the Strat indicators. You get it all in one. Okay, so we have great time frame continuity to the upside outside of the year. So I'm looking for this to continue up. It may not, it may trend down, but the higher probability trade is if we trend to the upside. Triggers, like I said, at $80.67. Let's go to the next one on Pfizer. So Pfizer had, this was not one of the top fives from yesterday, just so I can clarify that. I thought it was, it wasn't. So Pfizer has a 2 down that finished green. So a 2 is a directional candle, so it can only break to the downside or the upside. It can't be both. If it's both, then it's an outside bar. But again, if you're learning this stuff, go check out the playlist at the end of the video. So this is a 2 down and it finished green. So we call that a failed 2. And when we have a 2 down green, it tells me that there's a higher probability that this thing is going to trend back to the upside. The time frame continuity across the board also tells me that. The day, the week, the month, and the quarterly are all green. It's telling me there's buyers on the week, there's buyers on the monthly, and there's buyers on the quarterly. So the probabilities of this trending up are fairly good. So we can take calls at 45.82. And again, I don't like that there's not a lot of meat here, because a lot of times what happens, guys, is we will break this trigger, we will hit this target, and we'll reverse, and we'll never see that target again in the day. So that's why I say be very cautious, because there's only a 5 cent difference from the trigger to the target. So if we pull back through there, make sure you're ready to take your profits. And again, I don't care if you take your profits at 5% or 500%. You have to be prepared to take that profit where it is. And that's the tough psychology of trading, is being able to do that and be okay with taking 2%, even if this ends up running for a 50% play or a 30% play. You have to be comfortable with just saying, yeah, I took my 3% or 5% or 10 or 20 or whatever it is, and I'm okay with that, and I'll move on to the next trade. That's what a successful trader not is, but that's how you become a successful trader. You have to be confident in your plays and be okay with taking a small win or a small loss. Okay? So that is the play on Pfizer. We'll move on to Starbucks. Starbucks has an inside bar. Okay, so we're going to look for calls on Pfizer at 86 bucks, puts at 84.10. The week right here has gone 2 down already. So we're looking at 2 down on the week already. So I know that's what that pink line is telling you, but if I go to the week, I'll wait for it. There we go. So we were 2 up and now we're 2 down. Sorry, double inside bar, and we've gone 2 down, okay? So this was on our weekly swing plays, this double inside bar. So we're going to look to see if Starbucks can have a continuation to the downside on the daily off of this inside bar. Okay, so puts at 84.10, calls at 86 bucks. First target right there. This is the magnitude I like to see. 84.10 to 82.43. That's a good magnitude. Good opportunity to make some good money off of this play off of Starbucks. Uber has a, so here we go. I don't usually put continuations. I have been putting continuations recently. So this is what we call a hammer candle. It's got this body at the top and a long wick down to the bottom side. A hammer candle is an actionable signal. An inside bar is an actionable signal. And a shooter candle, or an inverse hammer where the body is down below, similar to this candle, is also an actionable signal. So we're going to look for a continuation on Uber. We've got great time frame continuity, day, week, month, quarterly. We're going to look for calls at 28.55. And again, the magnitude isn't great to the upside, but we've got that second target not far away. And we had to go back a little ways to find it. And then the next target would be normally to the top, but we have a gap to fill. So let's fill that gap and have that as our next target. And then the other one is way, way up here. Now, do we get to 30 bucks? Probably not. Not saying it can't happen, but probabilities tell us it's not likely. So that's how we would play Uber. We're looking for the trigger here, and target 1, target 2, target 3 on Uber. Next up is Walmart. Walmart's got an inside bar. We have a nice little run on Walmart. So top of a broadening formation. So this is one thing we want to be cautious of when we're at the top of a broadening formation, because we're into exhaustion risk. Now, again, I'm not saying that we are going to trend down off of that broadening formation and that inside bar. We could very well just continue up, but we have an inside bar. It's an actionable signal. We can look for calls at 140.44. We've got good time frame. But the thing, again, I would caution you of is that we are at exhaustion risk, or possible exhaustion risk, based off of the top of that broadening formation. So if I click on that line, you can see those 2 black and blue dots, higher highs to higher highs, and we've broke through it again. And here's our lower lows to lower lows, and that's what we've done. Highs down to lows, highs, lows, back up to the highs. Natural progression would tell us that we're going to trend down. And we might not tag the bottom of this anywhere here at 125, but we very well could. But I'm just saying, be cautious of that and be cognizant of it, that we are at the top of a broadening formation here. We are at an inside bar, so this really could go either way on Walmart. Next up, we've got MU. That's Micron Technologies. Let me zoom in for you here. Micron Technologies, 2 up, finished red. Okay, so it gives me probable cause that this is going to trend back to the downside. The day and the week are already red. Okay, so when I trade, I like to see that hourly and the daily for sure when I'm doing my day trades. And then the monthly, I like to go a little bit higher into the time frame. So hourly, daily, for sure, I like to be in the same direction. So we can look for puts at 55.34, first target at 50.07, next target at 53.34 on MU. Oracle is up next. Oracle has a 2 up that finish red. We can look for puts at 72.61 and first targets at 71.78. Alibaba. So this blue line is another broadening formation. So we are at the bottom. So again, this is part of the reason I'm a little cautious of, looking at one of these plays, because we are 2 up. We did finish red. We've got full time frame continuity to the downside. So we can look for puts at 61.26 and first targets at 58.01. But again, we are at the bottom of that broadening formation. So it's very possible that this trends up and we catch first targets up here to fill this gap. Okay, so Babo probably would not be on my top 5, but it is a 2 up red, so we can look for it to trend down. Guys, that's the list. Hopefully you found this information helpful. And if you're, like I said, if you're new to the strat, give this thing 6 months. I promise you it'll be the easiest strategy you will ever come across. It will make you a profitable and consistent trader. You just need to be able to learn and read what those candlesticks are telling you. So I can help you with that, with these videos, with the playlist at the end, with the Discord, get in there, and the Griswold Gold membership. So thank you guys very much. Good luck trading Wednesday, and we will see you guys all on the next one. Bye-bye.